Hello everybody and welcome to the official qualifying for Block E Season 1 of Round 1 of the Championship. We have the top 5 here. This is Group A. You've got Guerre, you've got Dutchy, you've got Rizzy, you've got Gold, and you've got Dafu. These 5 drivers will be ready to go to qualifying. We've got more marshals here, so as you can see we've got this lovely list of FIA staff as well as a lovely list of drivers. The drivers who join within the first 5 minutes of this session will get to drive. If not, then they're going to join Group B, which is the list of drivers with their cars in the pit lane, and Mr. Flo. Here is the pile of the drivers who aren't exactly car taking yet. I don't know what they're talking about. As you can see, Flo's jumping of joy. He will be in the next session, but the top 5 here, sorry, I should say, the top 4 here will go through to the head-to-heads. But, yeah, we're all going to see them go out on their hot laps to see what they can do. I'm begging the spectate system does something to work this time. If it doesn't, then I'm not going to be the happiest of people. And, of course, it doesn't do anything, which would mean I would need to rejoin, but I'm not going to do that because then that would just delay things. I can't spell either. Luckily, this is all before session. Before their first laps, I should say. So, we have had a small change to the chicane here in this session. We can see Dafu coming through. He'll be the first man to try and get a push lap out of this. We've got Gold going through, Rizzy, Dutchy, and Guerre. Dutchy doing a lot of public testing, not a lot of official testing. So, we'll see what he could pull out here today. Through they all go. We'll see if anything strange happens. Then it will happen. The top 4 go through. So one person will be knocked out of this session. Top 4 will be going through. Top 4 will be going through. It's a very intense session for a lot of the drivers here. This is where they get to really shine. This is the part of the season where they're going to try and show their pace. Here's Dafu through the awkward chicane to start the lap. Or I really should say to start to finish the lap, I really should be saying. And then comes everyone. The 2 Lamborghini teammates coming in this session. They're going through. I believe everyone's through safe. We've got Dafu trying the slightly faster final chicane. I believe that's been made a lot easier. We're going to close the chat so we can see if Rezi can do anything. Dafu to the line will go P1 with a 122.9. So a really decent lap from him. We've got the Lamborghini teammates. I believe Gold made a big mistake coming through the chicane there, but Rezi across the line. It is taking a moment. I believe he CC'd because Dutchy and Gold have gone faster. Same with Guerra. I believe they've CC'd on their laps. So we will be seeing if anything can happen to them in the coming laps of this session. We're just going to fly here and let everyone see what is going on. Just as we come to a brief yellow, actually. There, my fault. I'm not. Oh, I'm a bit dazed. I'm a bit tired. As I mentioned in the previous session, I am suffering a bit from an illness. But Dafu should be here to settle up again. I believe Rezi's on a personal improvement. He has CC'd, so this lap won't be counting for him. Let's just hope the others are able to find some pace and maybe even some lap time here. Some valid lap time, one would hope, for this lot here. Gold had a moment at turn 2 is what I'm hearing via the chat. So we'll see. Can anyone improve? Here's a look at the sector boards. No real major improvements coming in for everyone at the moment. Here's Gold. There's him after his moment. So we'll see what he can be able to do here in this session. But who knows what could happen here. It's all up in the air for what can and can't happen. Dafu's still... Dafu just giving some time to Rezi here, so I think Dafu's done all he thinks he needs to. Let's fly up, let's see. A lot of improvements in the first sector. We're going to catch them all coming here. Through the middle sector, into the final sector. We're going to stand on the fence as we watch Dafu and Rezi. They're... Dafu corner cut as we see Dutchy hitting the wall there into the Tech Pro. Yeah, I'm here. We're here. No, oh, no, not in sector 3's fine. It's fine. I don't know why they're Gets any worse, I will be notified. Just going to do that just to save time. Anyway, everyone now with a decent lap on the board here. We can see Guerra with a 104 beating out Resi. So we'll see what can happen in this decently long session. Decently long, I should not say, because that is just not what's happening here. It's a standardized length qualifying session. We got Dafu through the chicane. Resi into the wall with a big slide there. That's not going to help him. Gold sets a personal best in the first sector. He's the most likely to be out in this quali here, in this initial session 1. So we'll see what can happen here. Gold through the middle split. It's a decent sector 2. We'll see what he can pull through the all-important final sector as we see Resi into the pit lane. There goes Dutchy through the final chicane, but he's not the one we're looking at. It's Gold here. The vision lag through the chicane. We're going to get to the main straight. Resi has changed tyres. Smart tactic from him. Halfway done. Gold does not improve. That could be vital for him. That could be vital. We're just going to point the camera this way to see if we can catch anyone having a mistake. In fact, we're going to fly over the top here to see who will make and who won't make a mistake. I like these camera angles. I like when they convey part of the track. So yeah, we're just flying above, looking at what's going on. We see a small mistake. See some people going slow here, so we'll see what this could bring for them. Through the final chicane goes Resi. Dutchy did go personal best through the middle sectors there, but really nothing coming from that for him, unfortunately. But yeah, we'll continue on with this session. Not long left, 4 minutes to go. So at the moment, it is the most susceptible that Gold is out of qualifying. So he would be starting at worst P10, at absolute worst of P10 here in this session today, here in this first qualifying that we have here in Spain. Spanish E-Prix for the first time, the block E-Prix I should say. We'll call it an E-Prix, it's slightly easier and rolls off the tongue better, so who knows what could happen in this race. We've got a lot of stuff that can happen and a lot of stuff that can't happen. And in fact there's Dafu into the wall in the middle sector. That will just briefly need a little clean up. Keep that anchored as this driver goes through. There we go. We'll unanchor that and then we'll wave the green. Driver's saying Tech Pro, it was just there. The other stuff's not been touched yet. So we'll fly above here. where we'll be seeing above the chicane. No more real mistakes. We've got a lot of drivers waiting in the pits. I'm pretty sure eventually we'll get to speak to one of the drivers in here, we hope, eventually. Yeah, we continue on. Less than 2 minutes to go of FP. Sorry, I should say initial practice. Initial qualifying even. Initial Group 1. But, yeah. Dafu's most likely going to be the most recent person to make the flag. Gold is stopped. Made a big mistake there. But we'll see what can happen. So yeah, no, I was wrong. I was really wrong. Dutchy's going to make a lap here. Guerre's made a lap. Gold's going to make a lap. I think Dafu might just be able to. I think it'll be a push, but no, he's not made it. So Dafu is done here. Dafu will be, I believe, the first man to take the flag, because it is very close. We're going to get a bird's eye view as he comes across the line. Ah, he's done it. He's got one last lap. So Dafu is out. Dafu is done. Is Gold out? Is it Gold or is it going to be someone else? But look of it, Gold can't improve. Gold's out. Gold is out of qualifying. Bit of a shame for the Lamborghini team owner there. Bit of a shame for Lamborghini and their team owner. Rizzi is just through. Group A, Group 1, whatever you want to call them, they'll be finishing now. So that is the wrap of Group 1. So everyone will be coming into the pit lane. Those who haven't got through will not be through. It's just Gold at this point, who isn't through for the next session here. So be flying above so I can grab the times, and I shall be sending those to the proper people. So the next group will be just going to do that. So in Group B, we have Procedure Team owner Shady with his teammate Siffy. Then we've got the Audi duo of Denvi and Axel there. Here we've got Flo for Hyken Racing Team. And here we have DivJ, team owner and driver of McLaren Neon Formula E. Or Blocky, I should really say. So... Just going to say that to him, and then we'll be good for the second half of the group stages, which will be confirmed in just a second by the other group. They're just confirming everyone's ready, I do believe. Track clear. That wasn't a... There we go, they're all going. I thought that wasn't a sign to go, but... So a slightly more inflated group. We've got 6 people on this group here for Group B. So we should be seeing what they can pull out here. It's the 2 Audis. Can they get through? Can the 2 Procedures get through? Can the Hyken get through? Is the question. Or can the singular McLaren that has made it to qualifying get through for our race later today? Is the real question here. Here we have the lovely, awkwardly lovely chicane. No one hits it initially. Axel's safely through. Same with Denvi. Everybody. DivJ brushing it. So we'll just say that in chat. Let them sort it. Through goes Axel through the chicane. Slightly faster from the practices after several incidences. Incidents E, whatever. Whatever you want to call it. They've not fixed the barrier, so I'm going to have to after they told me they were going to fix it. So we're going to do that, and then there is a really quick barrier fix done. So we'll see Flo so far, the only man with a valid lap time. Could do well. He's gone purple in the first sector. That's a really good lap. That's what you want to be seeing from an up-front driver here. Driver actually primed, and stats say he could have a chance at the Blocky Season 1 Championship if he does well through these opening rounds, as this is the mix-up era, the mix-up area of the field where no one knows where they're going to be properly until... we get to about round 4, round 5. Through the final chicane he goes, he's gone double purple. We're going to see what the lap time is going to be when Axel crosses the line here. He's got a 103. Flo, surely he's gone faster. It's a 103, 2/10 only in it. Axel, purple final sector. DivJ and Siffy getting a 105 and 107 respectively. Denvi, I believe, is CC2. He won't be on an improvement. So the bottom 2 at the moment are at risk of being knocked out as we enter just under 9.5 minutes to go here. So we'll see what they will be able to be pulling out here in this qualifying group stage 1 that we have. So we will be able to see who does what here. Oh, Tech Pro's been hit. Brilliant, brilliant looking from everyone there. Bit silly that, but we're not holding any hard feelings against anyone. It's all good. Devil is just in. I was hitting V. That will do. So we have the 7th and final permitted driver into the group stages. So we'll see any improvements on these laps so far. A few people improving, a few greens. We see DivJ improves to the 104s. Shady moves up to the 104s as well. Siffy 105. Here we've got Flo to the line. Devil has some free space. Flo not improving there. Does set the fastest final sector though. Plus that lap was slower than his current lap, so wall has been hit in the middle sector. Let's have a look. They are throwing the yellows, and we've got marshals down there to hopefully remove that in time. Don't take too long, lads, please. So we've got a gaggle of cars coming down. That wall is removed. That wall's removed. It should be good. That's good by my standards. It's a very safe bit of wall. So we'll see Devil across the line. Not a valid lap at the moment. He's on for a push here, so we'll see what he can do. Another driver joining very late. He'd have been able to join, but he joined too late. Way too late. We see Devil through the chicane. Is he? He's pulling greens, and Flo's gone even faster. That's a really good lap. Devil through the chicane there. I don't think he's invalid. It's quite hard to invalid through the final sector. There's about 3 corners there where you could. Yellow's in the 3rd sector. Oh, dearie me. He's fully stopped. So everyone will need to be in. So red flag is out after a big crash from DivJ. Where's his car gone? There it is. What? Get this back to the pit lane. my god. Right, there we go. There we go, that should be having everyone there. There you go, restart time is then. Now is the wait for everything, for the session to restart and all of that. Long old wait this. One minute to go before we get to go green, so we're not really going to fly around and do whatnot, but you know. Just going to sit here and let it all happen. Let it just wait till we go green again. So yeah, we're just waiting on the green flag, and then the last group here will be able to go. Denvy hasn't set a valid lap, so if he does rejoin, he will have some time to, you know, do his thing. There we go, there's the green. Everyone's coming out now. Everyone's going to attempt, or the 6 people are going to attempt to try and make it the top 4, into the top 4. And when they do that, it'll be good. Div J is wide off the track there in the middle sector. Not sure as to why or how that has happened. We'll see what comes off of that. Oh! Final sector. Someone's hit the wall quite badly, so we'll leave that. There's Devil going wide. I'm not sure as to what his problem is, but he's in the gravel there, so we'll be seeing what comes from this, what doesn't. Axel is improving here as well, so maybe that yellow flag went at the right time for him. Oh. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. So another big crash there. Shady into the wall, disrupting the Tech Pro. That means all the Tech Pro around the circuit can be fixed, repaired, whatnot. So I'll do this bunch. We'll see where these guys go. So the bottom three need to improve. DivJ's slow. I'm not sure as to why he's doing that, but he's definitely had quite a few problems this session. He'd be through to the duels, which I believe will be the first time he's ever done that. Well, it's the first time anyone's would be even... It's the first time anyone's ever through to the duels, but I believe DivJ is a real shock to see up here compared to pre-season testing times and what we've seen of certain drivers. Devil ignoring race director's instructions. That will be spoken about after the session, I'm sure. So we'll be seeing what goes on with that. Here he comes, DivJ through the chicane into the pit lane. And then they'll replace the Tech Pro down here. It's the risky run with having a few more drivers on track. And he's jumped out his car, of course he has. It's the risky run, we're jumping out the car. Neon McLaren Formula E leaving in person. Now it's in Block E, so it's now Neon McLaren Block E. I believe the driver's opened an FIA ticket, so we'll be seeing what's up with that. Restart in a minute as well. Anyway, 3 minutes to go. Everyone on the track now, all the drivers. DivJ massively off the track. And into the wall, he's backwards. Big spin from DivJ there. You don't want to be doing that. Big old spin from him. He's not going to be doing the spin and win here if Sufi or Devil improve. He's going to be hard done by and out of the session here. There the man is. And he's brushed the Tech Pro. Brother. Oh, we've got a disconnect. And we've had Axel. I think that's Axel. Oh, a few drivers have been hard done by that. It could have been a lot worse for Axel if he disconnected and went into the Tech Pro. And this is car being brought back in. So we'll be seeing if this is over. Siffy taking a lovely slow lap around to get back into the pit lane. Devil! That's crazy. I also got kicked because of the Wes timing system. It's a bit of a common glitch that we all do know about. So here is the final time. Here's the final group. Denvi finally comes back to do the last set of laps. We're going green in a minute. So we'll be seeing who will be able to get out, through. Who will be able to get through into the top split, and who will get knocked out. So we are green. The green is out. Green flag is out. We'll have a short little delay between the two to confirm everything. Here we go through the chicane. All the drivers should get at least one lap in unless there's a huge moment. As we see Devil backwards again. So not sure as to what has happened with him. But keeps finding himself pointing the wrong circulation of the track. But we'll see here Axel will be the first man to start the final laps. The person who will finish at last is either going to be Devil or Flo. It could be Devil. Denvi here even. Denvi's gonna do his push, get through, and so here we go. Across the line he goes. Denvi will be setting a valid lap. I don't see any no improvements really from anyone in the first sector. Denvi really needs a better time than that. So we'll fly above the track. We'll see any improvements from anyone in the first sector. None. Although Axel is going personal, one of the fastest times we've had yet. Oh no, we're falling through the map. Devil is setting 18 as Div J spins. So Div J spins, causes his own problems, doesn't hit the wall. Siffy. Real big slide to the line. We're gonna go now. Denvi and Flo. So there's Axel across the line. Checkered flags out. So Siffy's done. Siffy is out of qualifying. Can Devil do anything here? He's gone personal best in the first sector across the line. Does improve lap time. Doesn't improve his position. DivJ's pitted. He's confident in his abilities. Denvi to the line. Exactly 6/10 off. It's exactly 6/10 ahead of Denvi. I believe that's everyone done and over. And yeah. That is, I believe, session over. No one's improved, so it is. That is it. That is it over. So there we go. I believe Denvi's crashed. Yeah, he has. He's had a moment by himself, so just do a quick little repair. Now we go on to the thrilling half of the qualifying session, the head-to-heads. So we'll see which driver can claim the fastest overall lap time against the other one. So, the duels. Duel 1, as we can see here, Dafu versus Flo. These two are the fastest in their respective sessions, so in theory, the faster of the two is in a high chance for pole. Dafu versus Flo. There we see Dafu. He's going to have a substantially good margin. They've got 3 minutes total to do their laps. So we'll be flying above with Dafu to watch, see if he makes any mistakes here. Unlike the drone camera that we keep seeing, although way faster. Here we see Dafu through the chicane, trying to keep up with him. But we are faster than him in this camera zone, so we'll be flying above him and watching him as he does his hot lap here. We're going to fly past. Through the chicane he goes. That's a very decent line. So it's taken by 1 lap pace, this sort of thing. They're holding him for a very long time. So unless they're trying to get them to do their things individually. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, they're trying to get them to do their laps individually for our enjoyment here. We're flying above, we're watching them, we're watching the two. We've got Dafu coming through the hairpin there. Oh, he cripped the sausage curb a bit. You do not want to be doing that on a lap around here. That will really cost you a bit, but we're going to go through the chicane here. What's Dafu going to pull? Is he going to hit the wall? If they hit the wall, it's all over for their lap times, but it's appeared that he's not done that, so we're going to fly well into the final corner. So we can watch him over here. This will be the final corner of the normal circuit. But of course, we've got the lovely S's chicane here that he has to go through. He taps the wall. And we're going to see his lap time on the leaderboard on the left. What's it going to put him at? Duffel across the line. A 102.4. That is a very fast lap. Anyway, here we have the protagonist of Flow. Well, the antagonist, I should say. A lot of support for Dafu in the paddock at the moment. He's had a rough time in the previous Row 1 season, but we're going to see what he can pull off here. So it's a 4:01 for Flow in his outlap. He's going to have this push lap to do, and then we'll get the second one done. So through the first sector he's going. The sector splits somewhere through here. Where specifically, I can't remember. But he's going through the double right-handed section in towards a lovely part of the track. I do love this. It's a kink back into this long left-hand corner. That sausage curb on the end can really catch you out. So this will be it for Flo. He has this one push to try and see what he can do. Cross he goes, over he goes, across the timing tunnel, as we'll call it, because it gets really tight, really narrow, like a real-life tunnel. He's got this one section to go. These final few corners, we're getting a lot of frame rate loss over there, don't know why. But through the final chicane, Flo can go. Is it going to be an improvement? We can't see the sector splits. Over the line, he has the grid to go for Flo. It is P. He's out. Flo is out. He did the double but couldn't improve. He lost it all. Flo is out. That is a shock to a few people, I'm sure. That is the wrong button for a screenshot. Real shock for a few there. So the next man out would be Guerre versus Axel. The Shoulders power unit going up against the Aracom power unit. The Lamborghini versus the Audi. So we'll see. They're coming into the pit lane now. Timer has been reset officially, meaning that these two will be able to start. They will start shortly. I am sure of it. The brilliant thing is, the race will be a short while after this video is fully posted to YouTube. Should be at least, because at the time of me speaking now, both practice sessions will be up. They don't have any thumbnails yet. They're still being worked upon, but at the moment they're live as we speak. So if you want to watch the full practice sessions, they will be uploaded post time in full. Next weekend we are racing, which is the weekend of the 13th to the 14th. We will have the Friday sessions. They will be pre-recorded and posted. The Saturday sessions, including a qualifying and a race, and the Sunday session of race 2 with a reverse grid, and Gold's crashed. He's crashed on his outlap. Guerre has crashed on his outlap. Oh my goodness. I've not seen someone do that in a long while. The marshals will get on that, I'm sure, by the time he gets back around. But I've not seen someone do something along those lines in a long, long while. Anyway, here he comes. Here he comes. He's through the first couple of corners now. Through the first sector. That yellow is still out. There we go. It's finally clear. So through the first sector, it's a CC. Surely he's out of this session at the moment. Surely he has to be. That's an invalid sector 1. Yeah, he's done. Guerre, 99% sure, is out unless Axel somehow crashes on his push lap or his outlap's faster. So will the Lamborghini driver be able to get through, or will it be a double knockout for the team? Because I'm pretty sure this would put him starting 8th. This is crazy scenes from him. He's had the pace this weekend to try and... He's not improved! All the pushing in the world can't improve that. Axel's gone purple in the middle sector on his outlap. So, irregardless, Axel can cruise to the pits. Yeah. Across the line he goes. It's being lagged. 9-minute lap time, so... He could just do a cruiser here, because normally we're in towards the 102s, 103s, 104s. So, yeah. Real shock from that. Real big shock. Unless Axel CCs, and he's had a huge slide from what I'm hearing on the reports. Guerre did do a purple sector 1 there, so we can compare the two through that. Axel, though, huge slide through here. Makes it through cleanly. We're gonna see what he's able to do. He's got the final corners to go. Through the chicane. Oh, he brushes the wall. That's not going to matter, though, because I'm 99% sure he will be faster. Which he is. Axel goes through to the next part. So, in the next set, it would be Dafu versus Axel. So the next one is Dutchy versus Shady. The Shoulder versus the Procedure. Two manufacturer teams going up against each other for the better starting position. These two are going to go crazy here, I feel. So we'll see, will it be the Procedure or the Shoulder, the Dutch or the Indonesian? Two teams registered in complete different continents. Stark contrast comparison. We'll see what they can do. The man who could be on pole, Dafu, he could be on pole. This beautiful man here, he's got a chance of making it through. Dutchy goes. So there's Dutchy. He's the first of the two drivers here to go on their laps. The Audi teammates will be going head-to-head in qualifying, or the Row 1 Audi lineup for next season, or last season I should say, will be going head-to-head in this part of qualifying. Dutchy with a huge slide there. We could see a great thing from him there. We need to monitor that barrier, because if someone hits that, that will definitely spout the end of their quali, and I'm sure everyone will be annoyed at that. But through he goes into the final chicane. We experience a lot of lag for reasons that are beyond my understanding and comprehension. But he's coming across the line. I'm pretty sure the other driver has to go at 1:30, but I'm not too sure. Dutchy's to the line. It's a 2:41. It's a 2:41. Decent lap from him. I think it's actually when the other driver's through turn 1 past the exit line. Dutchy goes decently wide line through there. I'm not sure if that's the optimum. But in my opinion, that is what you want to be trying to do here today in this beautiful, scenic as well circuit. We'll see. Oh no, he's spun. He's lost the rear massively. That is a huge loss for him. He needs to keep pushing or else he'll be knocked down by Shady. At best, it'll be a P5 start if he can somehow salvage this lap. It's going to be risky, but that was a huge moment there. Huge incident there from the Dutch driver. almost into the barriers. If he did that, that would have surely spelt the end of his lap, and he's wide and he's CC'd. That surely's a CC for the Dutch driver. He's bailed and he's pitting. He is done. The double Dutch delight is over. We saw that, and Shady's had a huge hit through the final chicane. Shady now knows he needs to go. Not CCing his major lap here. And he'll be on the cards for a much better lap time than Dutchy. Annoying to me as I own the team, but I'm not going to show any major bias at the moment. Just a bit more annoyance that the team's gone soft and we've got knocked out. But here comes the Indonesian, backed by his team. Football team in person, apparently. I have no clue because I've never heard of them. He's turned them into a team. They've done a good few races, not 100, nowhere near getting on towards, I feel, but they've done a lot in the span that they've been going for. They've been going for over a year now. I give them commendment. The two teams and Shady's a huge slide. He's green in the first, is Shady. Through he goes, through that chicane. We're going to go well up into the air to get a lovely view as he comes around. If he CC's out of here, that will surely mean Dutchy gets through. It's clear from him. If he crashes, it could be over. He doesn't crash. It's a double improvement from him. And we'll see. Across the line he comes. Shady spins across the line to get a 107. He is through. The slowest knockout time yet. And that record will stand for a while. The next group, Rezi versus... Oh my day. Rezi versus DivJ. Okay. So, Dutchy with an unfortunate CC. I will need to reset times once more. It's a bit annoying of me, but shouldn't cross the line. I hope he doesn't. So, Rezi versus DivJ. The votes so far is for DivJ to lose and get knocked out, most definitely. He won't have the slowest time. So, Dutchy will be starting P8 after that incident there. Second, P7 would be Guerre, and temporarily, well, technically it's P6, 7, 6, and 5. Because Flo at the moment would be starting a best of P5 if Rezi gets knocked out. If he surprisingly, I should say, gets knocked out, then that will be a shock to a lot. And I mean that would be a definite shock to a lot. Because there's quite a few people that I would bank are saying he's going to be through due to his average pace in row 1. I mean, look at his outlap here. He's well faster than most others on an outlap here. You know, he could be looking at crushing and maybe even getting through, irregardless of seeing what he can do. So we're going to fly through here. Rezi on a lap, hitting near terminal velocity into turn 1 here. Through turn 1, past pit entry line. We're going to see what he can do through the turn 2 hairpin. Keeping it very essential. He knows he needs to keep it within bounds. Turn 3, a slight kink to the left. Really punishes the tyres into turn 4 and 5 here. Not trying to kick the rear too much out because you can lose a lot of time. Here, the favourite corner of mine. Turn 6, a really awkward double apex corner. Sausage curb on the exit for the run-up into turn 7. This lovely little kink. Unsure if it's classed as a corner or not. Turn 8 into the 9-10 chicane where the sector splits. 9 into 10. Then you've got the long curve of turn 11 towards the turn 12 hairpin to push you back. He's done an 18 in the first sector. His turns 13 and 14. Turn 13 the start, 14 the exit, because 15 is that little kink, which we don't count. Surely he's going to set one of the fastest laps we've seen here in the duels. Across the line, it's a 104. That would be a big lap to try and beat from DivJ here, who is now starting his push lap. DivJ did go purple in the middle sector, so he could be hiding some pace from us just yet, but he's wide. That's a CC. DivJ surely is out by now. Surely that's a CC. There's no way he's kept that in bounds. Yes, it is. DivJ is out. Irregardless of what he attempts to improve his lap time to, DivJ is out. DivJ is out. He had a chance. There was a glimpse. There was a glimpse he could have a chance here. If I were him, I'd pit this lap. There's no point in trying to continue. I think he's done that. No, he's continuing. Don't have to finish a lap, but if I were him, I would have pitted to save us a lot more time. Don't even think it registered with him. And it was a lot slower. 3 seconds down. So, really unfortunate for that driver there. But, here we wait for Div to come back through. He did improve, though I think he CC'd the middle sector regardless. There he is. He thought he had a chance. I thought he had a chance for that purple middle sector, but Dafu could have a chance here at pole. Axel could have a chance here at pole. Whoever wins will go through to face. Who's going to win? I believe the vote's saying Dafu is more likely. 2-to-1 chance. Of course, we'll get the official stats through for the next race. We'll have some graphics, hopefully, for next race. That will be popping up at the bottom right. Here's Dafu. We'll see what he's able to pull out. For driver CCs, it's all over for them. Their whole session up to this is over. I love setting up these cinematic angles. Here he comes through the main straight now. Axel's going to be told to go now. I'm 99% sure. The green flag is to say he can go. Dafu makes a nice turn 1-2 there. Into turn 3, 4, 5 and 6 is this lovely sweeping section. It really flows beautifully. Really hugging that inside as well, so we'll see what he could pull out here. 7, 8, 9 and 10 are next. And he's off! He's into the wall! Dafu loses it with a CC! So Dafu is not making it through if Axel doesn't improve this outlap, which he won't, and Axel gives up. If Axel CCs, Dafu's through. If Axel CCs, then Dafu makes it through. I doubt that's going to happen, but the votes were on for Dafu. Yeah, if Axel even CCs or bins it or loses enough time to match a 2:52. We'll see what you can do. Axel. Purple sector 1. So irregardless, he would be faster. Let's see. Will he be able to finish the lap, or will he make a huge mistake here? It all comes down to this. 2 to go. 2 corners to go. For the Brit in the German car. Makes it through cleanly. He's done it here. Surely he's going to be ahead. Axel does get through. Unfortunate scenes for Dafu. So we're waiting on Rezi, and then whoever wins against this will go up against Axel. This is the fight. Who can get ahead? We'll see here. Off they go. Immediately out the box with what appears to be a CC. Here comes Rizzy over the line, or towards the line we go. Next car will be told to go now. When, as I said that, I'll take that. Very close to track limits there for Rizzy. We'll see what he's able to pull out here. He's able to pull out anything. Can Shady do anything here is the question. An 18-1 first sector. Blistering time from Rezi here. That's brilliant as well. So Rezi has a few more corners to go. He already set a really fast outlap. So through the chicane, does he make a mistake? No, he doesn't. It's perfect through there. Could this be the flawless lap from Rezi? Across the line, it's a 103.3. Really what he needed. Here comes Shady. Through the final chicane we go. Past the pit building. He's not going to do anything on his opening lap. Rezi, that is one of the fastest laps we've seen today in this later half of qualifying. We'll see what Shady can do. The Indo driver probably could try it at a push. If he CCs and it's all over. It's a good first sector from Shady. It's a really good first sector from him. If he CCs, then it's all over. He knows this. If that is the case, I'm sure he'll pit immediately. If that is the case of him, you know, screwing up his lap, I'm sure he'd pull into the pit lane. It's a slight lock up on the outside. It's another decent middle sector from Shady. Could this be the closest qualifying head-to-head we've seen? Through the final chicane, that's really slow. That's not what he would have needed. Shady to the line. What's it going to be? It's a 4-3. Just over a tenth. There was a shot and he's blown his chance. The fight for pole is Rizzy versus Axel. That is a bit of drama there from those two. Because he definitely is cloning himself in the most illegal way possible. As there is now 3 of him. Tech Pro has been hit by Shady apparently. Oh, it has. So time for a replacement. For the shot for pole. Trying to see what we could do. Okay. So we have Axel. Axel here will be the first man. So yeah, nothing much I can say. I'm allowed to do a bit of typing in chat while this is going on. You know, it's all everyone's starting their lap. We've got Axel here versus Rezi. These two were not actually in the count for the fight for, not in the count for pole really. So Through the chicane we go. This will probably stir up some drama in the race. So we'll see. Across the line he goes. Then Rezi across the line here. Or, in fact, early will go. So Axel through turn 1, through 2. We've got some lovely drone style shots here as he gets through to turn 3. Then we're going to fly between 4 and 5 so we can see what he does. Through 4, bit of smoke. He's a 17.8 in the first sector. Blistering time. Just rides the curb perfectly. I think this could be a very close fight here. One of these two is definitely going to go and do an absolute flyer. He's not drifting the car. He knows that isn't the fastest way to drive these. He knows he needs to take it slow and steady. He does a perfect slide there on the throttle through the final official corner into the chicane. He goes across the initial grid to the line. What's it going to be for Axel? It's a 102.1. That is a very fast lap. Here we've got Racer. That's a near world record lap time from him. From Axel there, Racer through turn 2. If he can beat Axel, if he can beat a 17.1, it's what is it? We'll see here. I am very jumpy at this lap because this could be, it's a 17.82. They are so close. Hundredths between the two here. This is going to be an extensively close fight for pole here. Who's going to get through is the question through the chicane. Who's going to take the pole? Rizzy's gone purple in the middle sector. This could swing either way. It's going to be a fight of hundredths at the flag here. Possibly even thousandths. It's the final chicane for Rezi. The question is, has he kept the average speed up? He's taken a wide line over the starting grid towards the official grid. Across the line. Rizzy takes pole by 300ths of a second. 0.029 of a second. Rizzy takes pole in what has started already a insane initial battle for the championship between these two. The fight for pole has never been closer than this. Not even in testing have we seen lap times this close. This is RFR. My goodness, that message did not show up properly. Yep, there you go. There's the official time. I got it slightly wrong. 0.031. Rezi takes pole here in Spain. And that is a wrap from me. We've been going an hour and 20 minutes. By the time this stops, this will be uploaded to YouTube. By the time you're seeing this, it's already race time. The race is probably already underway and it's probably even completed by the time you are watching this part of the video. Goodbye.